Well, after recording a whole video of this and realizing the sound was messed up, I'll start again. These are bulbs I found in my cheap supermarket. £2, probably Poundland, to be honest. You probably find them in Poundland. Cool thing about them though is that they have all sorts. They have the same bulbs in bayonet and in E27s, or Edison, I suppose, which is pretty cool. Normally you just find them in Edisons because they're universal. So that's pretty cool. 5 watts, and bizarrely they are actually 5 watts. Normally they say like, I don't know, 10 watts is actually 8 watts, 5 watts is normally 2 watts. Yeah, I don't know why they even bother saying 5 watts, because they're lying. Swear words, that's what they are, lying swear words. But yeah, they're not bad, they're fairly bright. Not brilliantly bright, but they're 5 watts, what do you expect? Yeah, they're not bad, and they are, in fact, can't see from here, 6, 5, it'll sort of go between 6, 5 and 4, but as it warms up it will actually settle on 5, which is pretty nifty. That's pretty cool. This one, however, after about 5 minutes, this case does get around about 68 degrees, which is pretty hot. This is on the inside of this, it is metal. Even then, I'm assuming they're pushing the LEDs to their absolute limit. Can't speak. Their absolute limit, and probably over, to be honest. Can't see crap in there because it's too bright. But oh, turn it off. That might help. Just still can't see. That's great. Otherwise, there's 10 LEDs. Not just sure what ones they are. They're not 5630s. 5630? Is that the one? By the way, they're not them. Wait, is that the right one I'm thinking? Oh, I can't remember now. Anyway, they're not them, but they're still... I think they might be pushing them a bit hard. I don't know if they're not, but they're still getting very hot. And all it is... Thanks, traffic. If you could just drive a bit faster and more recklessly, you... Yeah, it's just a capacitive dropper inside both of these. So you... Help. Okay. Good timing for that. Yeah, it's just capacitive dropper, so there is flicker. And the problem with that is getting quite hot, which means the capacitor will be getting quite hot, and if it gets too hot, it will just fail in a probably smelly way. I mean, it might last for a long time, but then it might not. I don't know, it's hard to say. Will you get your 15,000 hours out of that? Possibly. I'm not going to find out. I don't want to short out an LED, and I don't want to try and take one off so I can see what current they're passing through the LEDs. I'm not going to do that. Last time I did that, I just ruined the LED. And the time before that, I made a capacitor vent, so that's my own fault. I just kind of left it disconnected, and I assumed that the capacitor wouldn't be providing power, which it wasn't, but it was, and it overloaded or something. I don't bloody know. Yeah, I mean, £2. I mean, I couldn't say whether they're going to last. I've not known an LED bulb to get that hot, especially when it's capacitive dropper. But yeah, there's a bit of flicker, not to the eye. Not even that much on camera, actually. It's not too bad. So it can't go too far wrong, really, for £2 a pop. Well, I say that. We're in a weird sort of technology era now, where it's like, oh wait, it's got a little notch there. There we go. Like, go back a few years, it's sort of like get like 4 bulbs for £1, and those bulbs will probably last you 5-6 months. And that was sort of like, well, for £2, if I get like 4 months out of it, it's not wasted money. Really, really weird. Technology's weird. It's just strange. I mean, I'm not gonna say much. I've got an expensive Oraglow multicolour bulb. I only use white, but the green doesn't work anymore because one of the LEDs, because it's just a set, it's the white LEDs around the outside, and then 3 multicolour LEDs in the middle, and the multicolour one's just for different colours. Or is it 2? It might be 2. I can't remember if it's 3 or 2. Either way, one of them, the green doesn't work anymore, which makes the whole circuit stop when you select green. So I can't even say much about that. That's not much better. That seems to be a common problem among those Oraglow bulbs. Only I don't know why. Anyway, that was a random topic. But at least there is metal in here. So there is some cooling, as opposed to these cheap ones I bought from China, which have none. This is all plastic. I've tried to add my own cooling in the form of memory heat sinks and tin foil. And then moving the capacitors away from the board because they were getting extremely hot, because these are being pushed to their limit. Yeah, these are 5630s. These don't say on it, do they? Don't think so. Uh-oh. No, nice. No, they don't. Weird. Yeah, I did take this apart before. I'm not taking it apart again, but yeah, capacitive dropper. That and a couple of resistors. That's all it is. So it's not the best. This also isn't touching the metal case properly because it doesn't seem to fit. Not properly, unless maybe if you had some sealant, but I don't have any sealant. I've got silicone sealant, but it's more used for like windows and baths. That's not really my jam. But yeah, they both use around about 5 watts. They go up 6, 4, and like I said before, you know, fairly decent amount of light from them. I'll have to. Jesus, I keep staring at it and it blinds me. Not literally. That would be a terrible light bulb if it blinded you. Yeah, quite a decent amount of light. This also gets fairly hot, but not as hot as that one. I'm assuming just because of surface area, and the fact that it's probably not flush to the case anymore. But yeah, all in all, not really that bad. I cannot find Beaconbulbs on the internet, so I'm guessing it's just the Chinese bulbs, I would assume, and they've just packaged them in their own random branding, Beaconbulbs, and I just cannot find that brand online. So, but yeah, I'd say if they last as long as they should, then they're a brilliant price for the sort of light you do get from them. I know Poundland bulbs are generally pretty well made, and these are just capacitive droppers, like I said, so they're not the best quality. But then most of mine are capacitive droppers, and well, they work for me for the price. I'm gonna have to hoover now. Bloody crap. Also not using my desk. I am just on the floor like some sort of just unprofessional twat, because my desk is very, 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 very messy. Now my floor is as well, so that's perfect. Actually, the rest of the floor is too. But yeah, sum up. Yeah, I mean they're pretty decent. You can't really go too far wrong. Just like I said, that does get very hot. I mean, you couldn't touch. Well, you can touch it about 70 degrees for about a second, and then you have to let go. So whether that will end in a capacitor failing or venting or exploding and burning down your entire house and your family and your pets, everyone dying is a blur. Probably not. I say that, but who knows? Who really knows? I don't know. If we knew, we wouldn't need insurance or the emergency services. Well, that was quite morbid. Anyway, yeah, so that's Beaconbulbs. They've got a nice range of different sort of bulbs. They actually got quite a lot of bulbs. I was quite shocked to see them in there. So yeah, can't go too far wrong. Sweet diggity. Nice.